Welcome, welcome, everybody. We have another Monday Madness for you all, which means another expert seed. This is in the updated 1.20 patch, where spike suits are in logic, but we've turned them off because they are only brand new to expert logic, and we don't feel like doing those. So we're not going to. Although a couple of other things have been changed or moved out of logic, mainly suitless, bootless, lava dive. Looks like one of our racers' computers rebooted. They'll be back in just a minute. Not logic. It's not in logic. No, nothing is ever patched out of the game. No. Give me a second. Why is there... Oh, because I had to switch the audio, and because he went offline, the audio didn't switch over. Give me a second. There we go. There's audio. Let's get you popped out into the chat. Oh, he patched out spike suits. Of course he did. Okay. I may or may not have missed the first item. We'll see. I did, yep. Okay. Speed Booster is our first item. And we immediately get to Bubble Mountain. Alright, so what is in logic an expert with Speed Booster? I believe blue suits are in logic, but not prolonged carries of blue suits. So we can break crumble blocks by running to wow. By charging up our speed, but not going into a Shine Spark. You'll see our runners kind of just stand still with it, and they'll turn blue. At which point they can break through crumble blocks. You can carry this by jumping and then morphing just before you hit the ground, and you will bounce with the blue suit, in which case you can stand right back up. Or I believe you can still crouch, not necessarily stand. You can rinse repeat if you have to. We should be getting Toaster back any second now. I'm gonna pull up the logic just in case I need anything else. Let's look. I had the logic for the seed. Give me a second. See how our blue suits are looking. There we go. Of course, Speed Booster was literally in the room they spawned in, and then you'll see missiles there. But we do not have Morph yet. Yeah, no, that's definitely not going to happen, and he's dead, yeah. Let me look at our blue suits. Blue suits. So blue. Can chain temporary blue? Yes. Yes. So we can chain blue suits. Not for an extremely long distance, but for some distance. I believe in expert logic, gate glitches are done with either 5 or 10 missiles, as opposed to hard where it has 15 ammo. You see our map over there on the left side. Tantalizingly out of reach. I believe our only option right here for word is this gate glitch. I'm going to be... Oh, yes, by the way, I'm the Divine. I am your commentator and tracker today. Solo. Everybody left me. Boo-hoo, woe is me. I don't think I have the right scene out, but give me a second. No, this is the only Super Metroid we have. I don't know why my name... Oh, because they didn't accept me, that's why my name. I just made myself. Give me a second. Make myself a tracker. Commentator and tracker. There's the same thing. Add. Update. So the name of the game here is also going to be Hell Runs. There are going to be Hell Runs. Do not expect us to have any E-tanks for any amount of time. Not in the foreseeable future. Okay. Everything should be set there. Everything. We've got everything ready. All right. All right. I missed a little bit of something here in Caterpillar Room. Looks like. On the other side of Green Hill Zone. Twister having a little bit of trouble with this KO over here. So in order to get this map, this is possible. Yes, it is very difficult though. And what he's likely going to have to do is jump down and bait out the divers before going down. Or he can damage boost off the divers straight into the door, but I'm not particularly too sure about the health required for that. Edible Toaster finding out that it is a Metroid room, and he does not want to go through it. We find Mount Everest. We can certainly get into the left-hand door. So, the wiser choice of Toaster's time would be just resetting here, which he chooses to do. Okay, yeah, you can easily get this map. Okay. And let's see what we have in the map. Ooh, we have Mother Brain. We have 1, 2 majors, bunch of X's, 3 majors. Can we reach any of them? That's a power bomb right now. Wow. Okay. The only one that's somewhat reachable is the Metroid room. Where else can we go? Anything in expert logic? No. That's we have to go past the Metroids, I think, here. Pretty sure Metroids are the only option at this point. Let me make sure. Let's go Metroids, expert. Exact. You go from 2 to 1. And it'd be very hard. From dodge. Bottom Metroid. Oh yeah, you can just come in and without morph, stand in place and just jump and miss Yep, so this is the... You have to go past the Metroids here. I mean, there's really no other option on the map. Wordsayer getting the very nice boost here. Although, do they know how to avoid? They do not know how to avoid the Metroids. So, we will see what they choose to do. You are allowed to look up logic on the logic site during the races. Even if it's even if it is like the competitive Season 4 community races, you are allowed to look up logic. We're not, however, allowed to look at other people's streams. Chat. Chat. How many people do we have in chat? Are there a lot of people here? Let's have some interactive chat real quick. 90 people in here. Chat. What is your favorite, in order, your favorite Super Metroid enemy and your least favorite Super Metroid enemy? Specifically, the Super Metroid right here, not any of the other games. I think you can include bosses if you want. My favorite boss, or my favorite, the red thing. Okay, there's a lot of red things here. My favorite enemy is Croc. Croc is his best in his dumpies. Okay, Wordsayer looked up the logic, it looks like, and knows how to dodge these Metroids. The worst enemy has to be Rodney. Rodney does. He is a pretty mean dude. Who else are? What else is the worst enemies? The wall pirates are just nasty, dude. They're always jumping out of the way and jumping into you, no matter where they are. Key hunters, yeah, key hunters, man. Key hunters are, oof. Yeah, key hunters are yikes. They're super obnoxious to manipulate. Ah, so close there, Word. Looks like Word does know what to do now, though. While Toaster still does not quite understand the task at hand. Or no, he does. He's just getting Shine Charge here because he's not very confident in his damage boosts. Ooh, he's going to take a little bit of damage here. Yep. All right. But he's going to get his first item, which is likely not going to be Morph. I don't know what it would be, though. Grapple. Ooh. What's Grapple going to do for us? What is Grapple going to do for us? Most of the things that Grapple do in Expert Logic, I don't know if it does anything specific in Expert Logic. Like, you use it to CF clip, Crystal Flash clip, but I mean, obviously we can't do that right now. Oof. Where do we go with that? What have we seen? Sayer must have seen something. I actually have the stream and I can rewind it. I should be able to. Or maybe not. Gotta... Oh, this is Mount Everest. We can go Mount Everest with this. And we could kill Spospo if we wanted to, which I think might be required. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I said that Croc was my favorite, but Spospo is my favorite. Spospo is my favorite. Croc is my second. Yeah, top of Mount Everest in... I need to remember what the name of that module is. That module is the beach. Beach, let's go get away. Yeah, in the beach there's a major that we can grab, which that is likely to be... might be Morph. What else could it be? Yeah, gametes. Those are gametes. I believe that's their name. Gotta figure out their actual names. Yeah. Yes, those are the ones that come out of the pipe. One's used for farming. We have X-ray. Ooh, okay. So single room X-rays are in logic. X-ray climbs are in logic here. So, where does that bring us? Where does that bring us? We can note right now we cannot go to Brinstar because that's a water-to-water connector, and we won't make... actually, no. Pause that. We might be able to grapple fling into the beach to go up to Brinstar. Possibly. Possibly. Our filler items today are Charge and Spazer. Charge and Spazer are the only filler items, with our semi-filler items being Supers and Power Bombs. And late game, priority to both Varia and Gravity. Which does not necessarily mean that the latest thing we will find is Varia or Gravity. The placement system of logic is very unique and quite difficult to describe. But over here we have Wordsayer going to our single room X-ray climb, which is in logic. And the name of this room is the Edikun E-Tank room. Now, what are we going to find here is the question. Likely Morph? Probably Morph. If it's not Morph, it's going to be something that gives... like high jump? Maybe high jump? Actually, we need to get to Brinstar. But we could go other places with Morph. So this is either Morph, Gravity, or High Jump, I want to say. Yeah, it could also be Ice. I think we could also do Ice here. Oh! Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Let's go, Toaster, let's go! We'll get a little bit of energy here. Picking up. And then, will 72 be enough to make it back out is the question. Yes, he's got plenty. Doesn't even take any damage on the way out. Come on, use your grapple to just grapple straight across. Past King Cack. Oh, well. He can always charge up a Shine Spark if he wants. Right past King Cack and over to the save. Sorry, I did not see what word grabbed. We'll see that right after in a little bit. Other options here. It was Morph. Okay. Morph Ball. It gives us a couple of options here. Gives us Green Brinch. Does not give us access to Brinstar yet. Wait, did Toaster save? I don't know if Toaster saved. Yeah, here's our Green Brin. We're gonna go grab the Green Brin tank over here, which is just missiles. Can't go anything more with this. Can't do anything with the metal pirates there. Can't do Gauntlet. Can't go B. No, there's no way it's expecting us to go to Crumble Shaft and grab up that X. Possibly. Might expect us to go to Crumple Shaft. No. Because one of those had a green gate. So it's not the Crumple Shaft. Let me check out Metal Pirates. It's definitely not 0 E-Tanks. I can tell you that. It's 100% not 0 E-Tanks. Expert, we have Speed Echoes. And... Jeez. Reading JSON. I'm pretty sure it's definitely not with 0 E-Tanks. But I'm not sure where else. I think you can grapple launch yourself into the beach, which I think this was actually last week, or a seed that I saw similar, close here. You can fling yourself up here into Brinstar. Which we see Wordsayer attempting to do here. I did not mark morph for toaster yet. Looks good. Not quite. Let me Google this. Let me look at this. Let me see. Fish. It's an expert, and we go from 2 to 4. Or is this one very hard? Grapple swing, here we go. Alright, this is a very hard trick. So as you're flinging, as you come into the room, you need to grapple, fully extend your grapple, and yeah, that's about it. So Wordsayer is doing exactly the logic we need to do here. Just needs to actually pull off the trick. Close. Don't spam the grapple though. Just a singular long grapple works. This needs to be from the left side, not the right side. Puts you far too left if you're going from the right side. Better just to reset here, Toaster. I don't think the drops on those hoppers are very nice. Looks like Wordsayer is actually releasing a little bit late. You want to release at about the, I think it's like 45-degree angle mark. Yeah, maybe more like the 55, 60. From vertical. It's a little too late there. If you have too much momentum like you saw there, you won't have enough time to move to the right, and you just bonk your head every time. If you go too early, you fly to the right too much. It's just, you gotta get that Goldilocks zone. Ooh, that was a little too... Nice. Perfect. There we go. Typically, you want to moonwalk here and then spin jump, break the water, spin jump off the wall, and wall jump. There you go. Or you can, yep, ledge climb. And we find Brintstar, a heated room. Woo! They are absolutely going to have to go through this. Please do not reset. This is where you need to go. You have no other options. It's a little too late for Toaster over there. There are zero other options. Oh, that's looking good for Toaster there. Ah, just a hair. Just a smidge off. That's looking decent for Toaster. So Word is not believing that this is the correct decision, but it in fact is. It's not a fun decision, but it's a decision that you have to do. You gotta go. Not sure what's going on here, but nice. Toaster makes it up. And takes a face full of pancake. These pancakes are not as delicious as the ones that you know at home. They hurt quite a bit. Gonna have to get a cake off this. Oh no, that's tragic. So we're gonna switch over to Toaster for now. All right. Toaster's gonna have a quick look at the map to see, do I really have to do this? The answer is yes. Yes, you do. Very nice jump here. No, Toaster does not get the Kago. I think Toaster needs to work on his Kagos a little bit. His damage boost skills are a little rusty, looks like. Yeah, with the Hell Run after the Metal Pirates, you absolutely need at least another tank or two. At the very least, a reserve, probably. If not two E-tanks. I do not think that I would leave this pack of missiles behind. You never know when those missiles are going to be necessary. Thank you. can't do anything with Shack Tool. You don't have any power bombs for that. We're just gonna have to farm some missiles off of these fish. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that Wordsayer didn't save with his morph. So he's gonna have to go back and X-ray climb again. That's a little too late for Toaster. Save early, save often, especially in expert seats. Their tricks are far harder and usually take more time. That's looking decent for Toaster there. Not quite. And I wish I had somebody else to bounce off of. What's WX doing? Let's see if I can't get WX in here. Oh, Twister, where are you going? Oh, he could make it back up. He has to reset. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, I haven't synced their timers yet. Excuse me. Give me a second. Toaster is ahead by... Live button go away so I can actually see the timer. 17.56 seconds. 17. No, not 176. 17. Aw. No WX. So we'll just have to talk about food ourselves, chat. What is your favorite fruit-based dish? How about, like, you know, maybe like a strawberry parfait or like a apple pie, fruit cheesecakes. Cheesecake, dude, I love cheesecake. Maybe like a tart or yeah, those fish hurt, by the way. They hurt a lot. Cheesecake, just what? Cheesecake isn't a fruit-based dish. You gotta get like a strawberry cheesecake or like a blueberry cheesecake or a something, right? Other fruit. I mean, just fruit cups in general. I love pineapple. Pineapple and strawberries are my favorite fruits. Although technically a strawberry is, you know, it's not a strawberry's not a. Is it a fruit? Is it technically a fruit? What is it? It's something weird because it has seeds on the outside. It's not a berry. It is a fruit, yes, though. It's not a berry because the seeds are on the outside and not on the inside. Wait, what? The seeds on the outside are actually individual fruits called akinis? I don't know how to say that word. Botanically, things are different, yes. Who would have guessed? Oh, botany, how we love you. Just like how vegetables aren't really things. Yeah, vegetable is a culinary term. Edible toaster, probably look it up the logic for this real quick. Maybe, I'm not sure. Or maybe just complaining in the chat, you never know. That's unfortunate. If you've never been to a place where pineapple would grow natively, you've never experienced the ultimate joy of fresh pineapple juice. Greece? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go next time. How far away is Greece from Switzerland? Probably pretty far. I'll have to go someplace at some point in the future when I actually make money and I'm not in academia. Chat, never work in academia. You don't get paid. Switch over to Words audio. I do not. I feel for you. I feel for you, Chris Edens. And I do not envy your position. I think Words is practicing inputs for the next room. I'm not sure. That's an immediate reset, but he's not gonna make it in time. Wah, 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 wah. So we're back over to Toaster. All right, in the meantime, all right, so fruit, vegetables, what else? What other food talk can we have? What else? What is Crescens? I'm guessing it's probably something from like Xenoblade, isn't it? Crescens. It's also something about the New Testament. It is Xenogear. Okay. Emerald list. Oh, everybody. What's your favorite Xenoblade character? You need to be specific about what if it's sub or dub or what the language of the game we are referring to, because it does matter. It very much matters. Because the Scottish cat is 100% undoubtedly the best. Nia, thank you very much. I've never played any of the Xenoblades, but all I know is that Nia being Scottish is absolutely hysterical, and I love it. Welsh. Yes, not Welsh. Sorry, Welsh, not Scottish. Yes, but Welsh. It's, oh my god. It's so funny. Alright. Oof. This is looking like a big check here. Wonder what's going to be after here. I think this is quite the roadblock that our runners are hitting. It's definitely... Alright, so in the meantime, what else can we chat about? Anarchy. Oh gosh, what was the name of? We don't have 7TV here, I don't believe. But I've made one 7TV emote, I believe. And it is 8TV. No, not 8TV. 7TV. It is Nonon from Kill la Kill. being smug. Still. Don't know too many other characters. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what you guys are talking about. Kiseki. What is Kiseki? The Legend of Heroes. Oh, that makes back memories of very old video games. One of the first, like, I don't even think it was a JRPG. What was it called? Oh my god. It was a music-based, like, somewhat JRPG. It wasn't like wasn't Symphonia. Oh god, what was it called? Early 2000s music JRPG. It was like was it? I think it was Eternal Sonata. Eternal Sonata. I think. Yeah, 2007. It was the 2000s. All right, close enough. Was it Eternal Sonata? Yes, it definitely was Eternal Sonata. It's an old game. I don't even remember what it was about. I don't remember anything about that game. But that was a pretty good game. Sorry. What? So what had caused what seems to be this major roadblock? Expert seeds are very difficult. The room after this is a heated run, and if you fall in the lava, you are basically dead. You'll see it right now on Wordsayer's screen. He's about to attempt this next room. If you do not damage boost correctly, you fall in the lava and will most likely die. Like that. And now you have to go through another, the trick that Toaster's doing right now, which is a very hard trick, to make it all the way back up and attempt it again. When was Tales of Symphonia released? Tales of Symphonia was originally released 2004. Or 2003 in Japan. Okay, I mean. No! Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on! Yes, yes, Toaster, let's go, let's go! Okay, this isn't terrible. Just don't jump onto the spikes. Please just don't jump onto a spike. Farm some health. Go back, please. Okay. Just don't fall onto the spikes and don't get grabbed. Ooh. All right. Hold, chat. Hold. Okay, the closest safe isn't that close, but we're in a safe space for now. Safe space for now. Here we go. Still looking around. Gotta be careful with these. That's Big Pink. Can't do anything with Big Pink yet. Oh, heat run into Big Pink. Here we go. We'll get 2 items here. We get bombs. We'll get 3 items here. Gotta mark down bombs. Give me a second. We also get more missiles. Not really helpful, but we'll get 1 more. We'll get 1 more item. Does bombs unlock anything for us in? Yes. Bombs unlock the bottom side of Bubble Mountain. We can go the bottom side of Bubble Mountain now. I don't remember what was down there. But you can go through the little tunnel inside of Bubble Mountain. Those are regular bombs. Yes, they could have done Temp Blue Carter as well. I'm not sure why Toaster was trying to pull off an extreme trick in an expert seat when he had bombs and could have just walked. So when we get the chance, I'll just let me pull up the speed gaming videos so I can just pull up the map. Some point where they open the map. I just gotta get the map in general. Should have screenshotted it, but okay, bottom of Big Pink brings us to Oasis, but also gets us a free X. We will get an X for free. So we will either get supers or power bombs at the bottom of Bubble Mountain, with also a connector to Wreck Ship. So unfortunately, I think our runners are gonna have to go through. Give me a second to get the name of that room again. Oh, what's the name of this room? Nope, not that one. This one. Ice Beam Tutorial Room. Yeah, they're gonna have to go through that again. Without a save. Yes, the return is a lot easier, but at some point they are going to have to head back in. Well, who knows if they have more health at that point, but just please, 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 please do not die with what you have. These fish will one-shot you. Oh my god, Toaster. That was way too close. That was way, 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 way closer than it should have been. Oh god, you're scaring me. I absolutely thought he hit that fish. Oh my gosh. Alright, come on, Word. Come on, Word. You got this. Oh, so close. Alright. Free 20 bombs here. Although, there is a chance for the cactuses to drop 10. They're more likely to drop a 20. You know, Toaster, just go as far as you need to for a save, because you guys spent like the last 40 minutes trying to get up the top of Everest. So bombs are also, well, I mean, technically we already had Speed Booster, which was our Can Fly, but now we have a Can Fly that's not as situational as Speed Booster, and you can infinite bob jump pretty much anywhere you want. So our need for short charges has vastly diminished. We will see Toaster head down Bubble Mountain here and pick up his X. Sorry about that. Chat, I'm back. Super missiles. All right. We were so many super missile doors back up in where were we? It wasn't Red Tower. It wasn't. Was it Caterpillar Room? It was above Caterpillar Room. There was another one. Baited. You got jebaited. You got jebaited. Or jebasted, as is more common this time of year. Because we're about to have Thanksgiving. I mean, you made a save. Why not clip through? Sure, why not? Yeah, we're not going that way. We could go this way, yeah. We could choose to run through everything, or we can blue suit this and fall down. Oh, close. Just a little bit less. No. Just at the edge. There we go. That wasn't quite a blue suit, that was just your trench art. But we find an elevator, and what will we find at the bottom of the elevator? Vanilla morph with missiles. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Dragon. No, thank you. No, thank you. Actually. Dragon. Morph ball speed. 20 missiles. 5 supers. No. Definitely not in logic. Yeah. You could do that in extreme, but not expert. Yeah. If you had an E-tank, that would still not be in logic. I don't know what their requirements would be for making that in logic at this point, but pull the map back up that we have. We could head over to... No, we cannot do Mission Impossible yet, because that's a power bomb locked. I think we're required to go back into Brindstar. There were like 5 super doors within like a room or 2. So I would definitely head there as my next option. Yeah. 1 + 1. 1 + 1 would make it in logic. One of either does not, but 1 + 1 would be in logic. Uh, 15 supers would put it in logic without E-tanks. Got some jamming music from the Edicoons. Some water. Don't forget to hydrate and stretch, people. Oh, very important. Let me stretch real quick. Just gravity. Gravity alone would put it in logic. At this point. Do some calisthenics. Touch your toes. Oh. A healthy mind starts with a healthy body, people. We have some X-ray climb by Toaster here. That's interesting. Let me look at the map real quick. That can't possibly be logic. Yeah, he can get to criteria. There may be a loop around. We find supers here in Mission Impossible. Could grab those and get out if we wanted to. Criteria entrance here, yeah. Wait, does Mission Impossible require PB? No, it just requires an explosive. Which we have bombs, so he could have gotten that if he wanted to. But we're gonna go check out criteria first. Yeah. And what do we find in criteria? A giant middle finger. A giant middle finger is what we find in criteria. Wow, okay. Yeah, okay, game. I see how it is. I see how it is. Hey, I mean, at least you know which direction you have to go. You shouldn't be going at this point. You know when you need to turn around. What you doing there, Toaster? Save early, save often. Please save. I mean, you had a save early. You don't really need this save, but... Alright, I will be right back, chat. Oh, look at that. Both of our runners meeting back up in Mount Everest. Give them a little handshake. Both have to do the same trick to get back up here. Ooh, look at that toaster. Speedy. Much faster than last time. But a little trouble jumping out of the water, though. There we go. A little bit higher. Don't believe he opted to take this save, so he's going to have to nail this in one shot or have a little bit further run back than last time. Yeah, that's an immediate reset. Or leave the room and attempt again. It's better than having to actually reset, though. Probably gonna have to do 2 farms here, unless we get lucky. Do you want to attempt it with 95? I'd rather not. I'd rather attempt it with 99, but we'll see. Yeah. That 4 energy could make all the difference. It's dead, Toaster. It's dead. And jump! Morph! Nope. Oh, up. That's unfortunate. You don't lose anything of importance, though. We did save back at the top of Bubble Mountain, so... So I'm interested in what other communities everybody is in chat here. What is... If Super Metroid is not the main community that you're active in, what community on Twitch are you actually active in? So I'm active in a couple of them. I'm also in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I'm in Super Metroid. I'm in... What else? Do I actually have anything else that I'm in? I don't know. Maybe a couple of others. Oh, it's so close. Word almost make it through. Oh, it looks like Toaster... Oh, he's going back up. Yeah. Link to the Past randomizers? Yeah, Phoenix. You're an admin in the Link to the Past tournament. Thank you for your help. C1R, Link to the Past, Final Fantasy 1 randomizer, Final Fantasy 6, and all the random stuff. That's a lot of communities. FF for FE. What in the heck is FF for FE? Surely there's not like a Final Fantasy randomizer for every single Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 4 free enterprise. Oh my god. There is always something to watch, yeah. I watch a lot of speedruns as well. When I get the chance. And somehow I'm always attracted to the let's just say interesting ones, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is a very less than stellar speedrun, although it has an amazing soundtrack. Road Scribe, Randomizer 6, the Randomizer 4. Yeah, sometimes you just don't watch as many speedruns as you used to. That's just how it be sometimes. Way back when I used to be in the Skyrim speedrunning community. Strat finding for that, doing lots of stuff. But I mean, Skyrim's pretty much dead nowadays, as far as I know. Was a little in the Mirror's Edge 2, like as well, not the second one, because we don't speak of the second one. It's just like that game had so much potential, and it just... Yeah. So it looks like I wouldn't say that this trick is not expert. I would say this trick is very much an expert trick. It's just that it's hard. It's not like the freaking speed keep and pre-Gauntlet or whatever it was. Is it pre-Gauntlet? Is that the room I'm thinking of? That moved up to Extreme recently. That room is not fun to do the speed keep in. The spring ball. Find that room. Find that room. Find that room. Okay. No, that's not the room. No, that's not the room. I could just check the patch notes. Releases. It was. Speed keep speed. That's the lava dive that we were talking about. That's not quite for. Was it not moved? It was definitely moved. I gotta find the room though. Finding rooms in the vanilla map is black, because I don't know vanilla. It's a fairly long room, so it should be here somewhere. It's not that one. Top left of landing. No, Gauntlet E-Tank. Gauntlet E-Tank, there we go. Gauntlet E-Tank left to right, speed keep. I believe the speed keep is being moved towards extreme and out of expert for 1.20. I think that's being moved to extreme, because holy man, that strat was. That is such an. That is so hard a strat. It's not even funny. Yeah, it was moved to extreme. That was in one of these expert seeds, one of these expert weeklies, and I think there was a very reduced amount of people who finished that seed compared to other weeks. Not quite as I think it's far more restricting than I'm gonna have to look up a different name than Red Bridstar Free Room, Fire Flea Room, with just taking damage boosting that room. People did not like that one either. Pretty sure that was moved to extreme. Did it? Did it get moved to extreme or no? That one's still an expert, but people don't like that strat either. I mean, that strat is very hard as well. Quite difficult. It's hard talking about difficulties and not saying another difficulty to describe a difficulty. Like, oh yeah, that trick is very hard. Well, not that it's very hard, but it is very hard. Who's on first? What's on second? And I don't know who's on third. This is Matt Brando, yes. Murdoch, this is an expert seed called Monday Madness. You're the manager and you don't know your players' names? I do! Then tell me! Who's on first? That's what I'm asking you! And I'm telling you! Who's on first? That's right! Alright, so when you send out the paychecks each week, who's written on the check? That's right. Well, that's one of the greatest skits of all time. No doubt. Who's on first? I give it a... Oh, that's our shortstop. Yeah. Let me grab the script for you. All right. You know the fellows' names? Yes. Well, then who's playing first? Yes. I mean the fellow's name on first. Who? The fellow playing first place. Who? The guy on first base. Who is on first? Well, what are you asking me for? I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Who is on first? And I'm asking you. Who's on first? That's the man's name. That's whose name? Yes! When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money? Every dollar of it. Why not? The man's entitled to it. Who is? That's right. So who gets it? Why shouldn't he? Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it. Whose wife? Yes, after all, the man. Bro. So they throw the boat in naturally. Oh no, you don't! Stay out of the infield. The left fielder's name. Why? Because. Oh, he's on center field. Tell me the pitcher's name. Tamara. I don't care. I don't care. It's the shortstop. I guess I don't know the outfield. Why? Because I don't know if we know the right fielder. That's right. Oh god, are we really gonna do this, chat? I don't drink coffee. Today, tomorrow, who, what, I don't know, I don't care, why, because, yeah, never named. If you guys didn't see, gosh, wait, who's, I'm gonna have to look it up. Somebody recently did a, who's on first, God, what are the name of the guys? Chris and Jack. If you guys, Chris and Jack, they recently did a Who's on First sequel. Well, recently. Wow, that was 5 years ago. I'm getting old. Chris and Jack make amazing skits. It's Sokka's voice actor. So Azrael, only Wordsayer is still. Oh wait, he has bombs, I think. No, bombs are in the next area. Does he have bombs? I don't remember. Only Word is stuck at this trick. Toaster has gone to other areas and come back with more stuff that now has to head back. But this is an expert seed for sure. Something you gotta learn. That's not gonna make it up. Yeah. That's not gonna make it for Toaster. Does anybody else think like WX would do an amazing Who's on First impression? Seems like that kind of person. He'd be Costello. Oh he should have stayed in the nest a little bit longer so that he could jump and wall jump. Unfortunate. I mean, we don't necessarily know what's beyond Dragon right now, but Toaster could do Dragon. Probably won't get anything out of it, but he could have done Dragon. Man, I don't know if I know the wedding scene in Men in Tights. Men in Tights. $1993. It's before I was born. Alright, Wordsayer made it up. Can he make it through Ice Tutorial? What is he doing? Trying to like... I don't know. That's unfortunate. Typically you adjust your location with just a moonwalk, but I guess doing whatever they were doing also works. That's unfortunate, Toaster. Oof, oof, oof. There you go. That's not gonna make it. Yeah. Unfortunate. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. What else can we talk about? Anybody have a topic they'd like to bring up? I don't think we would ever have an insane showcase. Maybe. But if we had an insane showcase, I think we would have we'd probably have 4 people. We'd probably have 4 people on a insane just because of how likely it is to get stuck at tricks. That I think 4 people would probably work better than 2. And it'd probably be like Beans, Aussie, Maybe Nito, but probably not Nito. Who else would it be? Jeez, I'd have to go through the names. Who else does Insanes? Eddie, yeah, Eddie. We could do Eddie. Sam, maybe. Sam is very good at very specific things, but I don't think he's the type of all-rounder to be amazing in an insane seed. But it's also, insane seeds could be also like ridiculously long. Yes, we have Eddie, Beans, like Aussie, and we could do Sam, but who else could take place of Sam? Nis doesn't often do insane seeds. I think he only does extremes. Let's go Words. Words finally made it through. Maybe Nis. Nis might be the fourth. Maybe username? I don't think so, though. How much experience does... Yeah, NN could. How much experience does Oats have? In Insane. I think Oats could maybe have some. Maybe might be the fourth, but I don't. Maybe. Of course, Carter's actually going to be our fourth for the Insane. You don't get an option anymore, Carter. So yeah, it'd be like Oats, Aussie, Beans. No, not Oats. Sorry, Beans, Aussie, Eddie, Carter. There you go. Although I think maybe Lobster, Lobster might be able to squeak in there. Fun fact, chat. Typically we try and focus on just the two researchers on screen. Lobster already finished the seed. He grabbed bombs. Let me mark down bombs. Oh yeah, Big Pink has like massive amounts of super connectors, so that's where we're headed next. We do have to vacate the premises for a 10 p.m. stream. I could ask for an extension, but we'll see when when the time gets close. Carter, how are you doing on the lobster plando? How far into it are you? Unfortunately, the only way to go is back. The only way to go. See if he can recognize where he needs to go. Alright, Edible Toaster having another attempt at ice grapple tutorial. Grapple ice tutorial. Darn, darn, darn. Three super blocks, 3 PB blocks. Just one more tank to do. Damn. Quite literally, the only option Word has right now is to go through the bottom of Bubble Mountain. There's no other place to go. Not even in other difficulties. Can you do anything else here? I mean, wait, where does Redburn Starfire Flea Room come out? It's just a connector, right? I mean, technically, you could grapple teleport, but I don't think you would do anything useful in a connector. Grapple teleport is not expert tech, but I mean, Word is having trouble figuring out where to go here. He's not seeing it, even though it's dead center of the screen. We'll see. Chat, how are you liking the broadcast so far? I know it's been a lot of the same trick and a bit repetitive, but I hope you're enjoying yourselves, at least a little bit. And are you enjoying the Monday Madnesses so far that have been restreamed? So we'd love for your feedback. If we should make this a weekly occurrence. I don't want to force only the top runners to do the Monday Madness every week, because that doesn't seem fair to me. That's unfortunately Toaster taking a death. Devil's Advocate, yeah, the most entertaining that you're going to get out of the expert seeds are going to be the highest racers, but that's not fair for other racers, and so we try and show everybody. Wordsayer makes it out with his bombs, and we'll see if he makes it back. Please don't jump into a fish, which the fish are called I know what they're called. What are they called? Skullterras. Skull Terrace. Skull Terrace. Alright, Wordsayer making it down and hopefully out of Mount Everest. Don't walk into a crab, don't walk into a crab, don't walk into a crab. Alright, making it down to Caterpillar Room. Caterpillar Room should be a free 40 energy, at the very least, or at the most, I guess. Ops for 20, but we have some farms here in Green Hill Zone. Should be able to make it to the save over here in Bubble Mountain. This is a very tough sequence of rooms here. I've had one person DNF from the run already. Still 9 entrants inside this fun time. Word's picking up his super missiles. Gonna take a quick look around, see what that unlocks. Unfortunately, it does nothing in this area for you now. Let's see if Words decides to take on Dragon. Words is gonna walk right here into Dragon and say, do I really feel like doing this? No, I don't. I do not blame them. Pea shooter and missiles is not my idea of a good time against Dragon. That's going to be a long fight, and basically if you get picked up, you're pretty much dead. You're pea shooting the goop off of Dragon is not the most enjoyable. Let's see if Wordsayer goes and tries to go through Green Bryn shaft. X-ray climate like Toaster did. It's a one-way, so not in logic, but You never know, it could wrap all the way back down to wreck ship. Unfortunate. Yes. They did make it past their first pass of the ice tutorial room. And now they have to go through it again. So they got bombs on the other side of ice tutorial. Then they had to come back to get their super missiles, and now they have to go back through ice tutorial. Once they make it past ice tutorial again, I think they're gonna have a much easier time. They're definitely probably gonna have a much easier time going through the seed. Okay, so Word is going to fall into the trap of X-Ray climbing through Green Bryn, and he's going to be greeted with a giant middle finger once he opens up the door at the top. It's going to be unfortunate, because he will be walking directly into the worst room in the game. Yeah, they're a bit stuck here. There's nothing much we can do but root them on. This trick is very hard. It's not even an expert trick, unfortunately. The grapple fling is a very hard trick. Now, the ice tutorial might be extreme, but I don't think so. Is this a low percent race? No, this is an expert seed, part of Monday Madness. It's a bit different from our hard, tricky seeds that we usually do on Wednesdays and Saturdays. This is an expert level seed, which is 2 levels above hard, because hard, very hard, and then expert. Runners are just a bit stuck. Some of the more difficult tricks. Hello, muffins. Yeah. So unlike hard tricky, where tricky means that essentially there are multiple solutions, chains of logic, we are playing on. Give me a second, actually. Let me just make sure it's not tricky. We are doing a challenge, an expert challenge, and challenge essentially means that there's only one set of logic until very late in the game. So there's not going to be any spread out different paths that the runners are going to follow in these races until much later in the seed. E-tanks are not filler. Yes, E-tanks are not filler is one of the things that you're going to... Actually, no, we're not on Desolate. Desolate gives you basically only what you need. Challenge will give you what you need, but just not much more. What's the difference here? Besides what I just said, you're not going to get a lot of E-tanks until much later. You're only going to get like basically the bare minimum. Our fillers are Charge and Spazer. Instead of all of the beams and X-ray. Yeah. Tricks are pretty much guaranteed to be expert or very hard or above. Typically expert. When possible. There's going to be hell runs, lots of them, little E-tanks. So right now, no, there will be... all of the tanks are placed. They're just not available. Most of them are not available until very late in the seed. All 14 are available, as well as the 4 reserve that are vanilla. They're just stuck behind lots and lots of progression and difficult tricks. Yes, exactly what Axel said. They're not filler, so the tank is only going to give them to you when they are precisely needed. Yeah. There's no leniency, really. Once we're getting in these higher difficulties, there's very, very, very little leniency. And yes, reserves are more likely than E-tanks, because at these higher difficulties, the game expects you to be able to manage your reserve tank and fill it when necessary, as opposed to just having a set amount of health, so that you can abuse like tanking extra hits and refilling when your health is 0, or abusing how you can have 0 health as the screen fades out to your inventory to refill some of your health. Gmode, yeah. Gmode, yes, is an expert. Yep, some expert stuff is Gmode. Not the entirety of it, because Gmode has a lot of different applications. Yeah. Post-load something, I think. Not entirely sure what PLM stands for, but essentially it means that are you sure PLMs are in logic? I don't think PLMs are in logic. Yes, there's only one overload in logic, and that is Frog Speedway. It's the shot block overload in Frog Speedway. So, what's everybody had for dinner tonight? Anything good? I had pulled pork sandwich, barbecue pulled pork sandwich with some French fries. Had some pickles on it. Pretty good. And I had some Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash. Good stuff. Yellow split pea soup with andouille sausage. Mmm, that is delicious. Slice of leftover pizza. Not bad, not bad. Left side of the country, yeah. Tomato soup. Mmm. Mm-hmm. I am one of, I think, the minority. I don't like cold pizza. Yes, you can post logic to link to the logic page. I don't like cold pizza. I find it disgusting. Everyone has flaws. It's okay. Okay, them be fighting words. Yeah. I do 350 at like 6-ish or 7-ish minutes usually. Maybe a little bit more. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, words, no! You were so close. Come on, Toaster, you got this. You got this. I believe in you. No. Alright, chat. What is your most controversial food take? What's the, like, you know, like the weirdest pairing of food that you like, or you think something tastes awesome or strange, or olive sucks? I don't really like olives either. I don't know if that's necessarily controversial that olives stink, because they just do. Curry sucks. I don't know if I've ever really had curry, and there's very different types of curry, so I don't know if I could say like the entirety of curry is bad. Oh crap. Beef tongue is just a weird looking pot roast. Don't think I've ever had beef tongue, so I can't say that. Do I have any strange food takes? Taco meat and vanilla ice cream. Surprisingly tasty pairing at 3 a.m. That's not something I've tried. I don't know why you've tried that, but it sounds like it'd be interesting. Math Blizz, this is not vanilla map. So I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, but orange juice and canned bamboo shoots taste like pineapple. Why do you know that? Ham and pineapple pizza is better without the ham. So you're just saying pineapple pizza is better. Apple jelly and sliced jalapeno sandwiches. Okay, these are interesting pairings. I like these. I like pineapple on with my ham. On a pizza, I don't think I've ever had the pairing, so I can't really tell you. One of the weirdest pairings I've ever heard of was my father being an absolute weirdo and putting applesauce instead of meat sauce, he had applesauce with his spaghetti. Like, what? Huh? Who? What? Huh? Thai curry, coconut milk, gone back, orange juice works surprisingly well. Pineapple is just an S tier fruit, like top of the tier. Do you know what's an F tier fruit? It's technically a melon. Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is absolutely disgusting. I hate cantaloupe. Give me honeydew melon any day of the week. Cantaloupe, get that out of here. No. No, not with a 40-feet stick, man. Get that out of here. Absolutely. Get Empires? No, Empire apples, get that out of here. No thank you. F tier fruit. Empire are the worst apples. Pineapples, strawberries, absolutely. Mandarin oranges, heck yeah. Watermelon, mm-hmm. Red delicious, at least they got the red part right. Am I right or am I right? Yes, you are. Yeah, red delicious are somehow below F tier. I mean, like, you know those I don't even know what the heck they're made out of. The fake apples that they have. An Empire is just one of those fake apples. It tastes absolutely disgusting. Its texture is horrific. Like it's like you're eating a fake fruit. It's just the worst. Both our races are primed and waiting to jump on the prey. Oh! Word is the first to attack. Ah, he misses the second jump. You die, Math. You die. Well, Mother Brain takes away 3 A tanks with Varia suit. Otherwise, if you don't have Varia, she takes away 6 E tanks. If you have less health than that, you die. That's it. It technically is doable sometimes with less HP. But it's a little wonky. And it requires a couple of different modes and extra stuff, but technically you can do it with a little less. Kinda, sorta. Yes. If you don't have at least 3 E tanks with Varia suit, you just you lose. Yeah. Yes, so if you so don't even attempt Mother Brain 2 if you do not have 3 E-tanks in Varia Suit, or at least 6 tanks and don't have Varia Suit, or else you are stuck. Unless you are playing Map Rando and can revert the saves. Yes, you can actually do one regular and 2 reserves. 1 regular, 2 reserves? Yes. Yes, 1 plus 2 works. Yes. 1 plus 2 works. Because yeah, that's 299 damage, refills, another 199 is enough. Yeah. 1 plus 2 works. So that's technically 4 E-tanks worth of health. Or 3, technically. But you cannot do anything less than 1 E-tank. You have to have at least 1 E-tank. Because the way that Mother Brain works is that once she takes away a certain amount of health, your health refills, and then she takes away from that. It's not like how if you die while in a heated room and your reserves refill your health, how you lose health while your tanks refill your health. That portion doesn't count for Mother Brain. Like, it doesn't work in between. She just fully waits for your health to go back up and then takes from that. So if you don't have at least 1 E-tank, like let's say you have 0 plus 3, it's like you lose 99 health, your reserves fill 99 health, and the other 200 poof into the ether, and then she takes 99 more and you just die. Some water. That's a pretty apt description of expert seeds and more. You'd be surprised at some of the harder difficulties. It's sometimes hard to find even 3 E-tanks. No. You cannot pause while Mother Brain does Rainbow Beam. Yeah. It's my favorite movie, Spirited Away. Goated film. No questions asked. Spirited Away. Although, the second is Princess Mononoke. Howl's Moving Castle. Where do we go from there? I don't know. A couple of different ones. Dark Knight. Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, great movie. Castle in the Sky? No. I don't think so. Nazca, the Valley of the Wind. Absolutely. Nazca, the Valley of the Wind is also pretty up there. Grave of the Fireflies. Make me cry every time. My Neighbor Totoro. Up there, dude. Like, all of the original Ghibli movies. Pretty up there. Any of the newer Ghibli movies? Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The only, like, decent or good new Ghibli film is Ponyo. I refuse to watch any of the other new stuff because it's just blech. We'll continue watching our runners, but I do not believe we have enough time for them to finish before the next place needs to go in. Die Hard, 100%. I never really liked the Home Alone movies. Oh, yes! Let's go, Toaster! Toaster, let's go! Let's go! Get hype, everybody, get hype, let's go! Alright, don't jump into a spike. Okay, we have enough health to survive one spike. Hold, everybody, hold. Hold. It's not over until we get to a save. I think he's hoping that there are toilets over here and he can get to the save. That's not gonna get you anything. I mean, you can go check out what the item is, see if it's a major. It's a missile. I don't have a lot of love for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It just never was my jam. Okay, technically, yes, Nausicaa is not a Ghibli movie. It's a Miyazaki film, but you know. Lots of movies makes me cry. Oh god, how could I forget? Oh god, Tales of Earthsea, dude. Oh my, Teru's song gets me every time I hear that. One of the most emotional songs in any Ghibli film. By a mile. If you've never heard Teru's song, go listen to that in the Japanese version. Even the English version. I mean, the Japanese version is more tear jerking in my opinion, but the English version will make you cry just as much. And I was talking about Grave of the Fireflies before, was the one that I specifically mentioned that it's made me cry. You see, what's the opinion on... Yeah, deciding whether or not Second. One second. We're not gonna have enough time to finish this for these racers. I could ask them to move the other race to a different channel, but I think around the 9:50 mark, we're just gonna have to call it, and you guys go to the individual channels of the racers and go check them out. Actually, let me ask. Let me just ask. Why not ask? Stage. I don't remember this stage manager. Stage manager. Okay. Green Mile, dude. Oh, Green Mile makes me cry. Absolutely. Shout out to our racers though for having the grit to stay through this absolutely not fun season. Yeah, we're definitely gonna just end this in like 10 minutes. Or not. Okay. Yes, the veteran Cosmic Wizard. It has been quite the slog to be nice. That's for sure. I'm not sure if this is Toaster's only option at the moment. Somebody who's been following a little bit closer might be able to tell me. Considering how much time they're spending here, I would think it is. I'm not sure the ammo requirements for Expert. It's got to be 5 or not 10. Okay. So we're gonna call it at the 50-minute mark. I'll let our racers know. Somebody else is using the channel as going before us. He's planning to use it before. This is a map rando seed. This is an expert challenge seed, meaning that challenge is different and tricky from the normal in that there is one logical progression mainly throughout the entire seed. Whereas tricky, there can be multiple different sets of ways to progress through a seed. Challenge, there's essentially only one. And expert means it's very difficult. So the difficulties are basic, medium, hard, very hard, expert, extreme, insane, beyond. So expert is the third highest, very difficult and very unforgiving. No, this is like, this is not impossible, but it's very difficult and very unforgiving. If you do not have a very, I wouldn't say high level of skill, if you don't have a very consistent level of skill around tricks, it is very difficult for runners to go through the seed. We're gonna try and stream this every Monday Madness at 7 p.m. EST. Expert level seeds. They won't always be this absolutely disgusting to watch. Not due to the runners' levels of skill, but just the seed itself is very brutal. We also do hard tricky races weeklies at 7 p.m. ESTs on Wednesdays and 4 p.m. ESTs on Saturdays. But that's going to be it for us tonight for Super Metroid. There's a Zelda 1 special quarterfinal coming up between Chess Jerk and Fury SK in 10 minutes. So I am going to switch over the stream right now to them. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did. I had fun talking to you guys. This was a blast. I'll see you some other time. See you next mission.